Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this file. Well, I asked them to off Facebook. They were complaining about not complaining, they were talking about the cut order is terrible. And it is. If we go to Windows, Dockers, Objects, and let's ungroup everything, because some of them are in a group. And let's go to the very bottom of the cut order. This is okay, it's going to cut that one first. Then it's going to move down, which is pretty close, but then it's going to move over, down, 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 down. Now, it is cutting all the blue ones first, which is okay, but then it's going to go all over the page. And that's time. You know, the laser has to move from there to there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put them back into a group. I think, if I'm correct, this is three boxes of the same thing. The only exception, and I would want a clarification on this, the red has this one bar, the blue has one bar, the green has 3 bars. But other than that, I cannot see anything different between the red and the green and the blue. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to start a new page. And I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. Now, to save space, they had a green one up here. So we're going to go up to Object, Group, and Ungroup before we start this. And then I'm going to rotate this to 0. And I'm going to put it in that blank spot. So we've already saved that much room. And I think once you did the cut order, now this is a little bit tricky because if they were all just exterior cuts, and some of this has engraving on it, this is really a weird file. See, that's also a hairline right now. It would cut. Maybe it's both a cutout. No, it's got a black field. I think, yeah, because that's the only thing. So, excuse me if I'm wrong. That might be an engraved line. And so you wouldn't want to mess that up. So what I would suggest doing is I'm going to set my nudge factor. See how big this thing is. It's 12, almost 13 inches. I'm going to set my nudge factor to 13. And I'm going to grab all the engraving first and nudge it out of the way, because we want to keep that for later. Thankfully, they stay together. See, there's some little bitty engravings there. And I think I got them all. I'm actually going to take these and I'm going to left click, no outline. So now these are just engraving. I am going to go ahead and Control G to group this together. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these parts, the parts that have inner pieces. Now, this inner piece, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have inner pieces. I'm going to just do cut order, because this is pretty a complex deal. You would want these 2 pieces to cut before this piece. In case your laser bed's a little bit warped, got a dent in it, it's not level. If you cut these little bitty pieces, they're going to fall, and then this piece has to be cut afterwards. So here's how you could create a cut order. There's several ways, but I think the easiest, normally, if it was all exterior cuts and no interior, I could just take a rectangle, fill this in with a smart fill, nudge that out of the way, and left click, right click, and there's my cuts. But since it has cut orders, or because it has interior parts, we can't really do that. So we're going to say we're going to start, and these are engraving, so they are always going to engrave first. I'm going to start cutting at the top of the machine. So I'm going to take a smart fill. I'm going to use a blue. And I'm going to fill that in, and I'm going to go down. I'm going down in order. Then I'm going to go right to left, left to right, left to right. I'm just going back and forth. I'm trying to save the laser movement time. See, that'll actually make now these are interior parts, so we want to actually make them first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just go around, then go up. Now that's an interior part, so we want to make it next. So the Smart Fill tool is making new objects. So if I'm creating the objects in a particular order, I'm going to go ahead and go there, then come down to there, 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 there. Whoop, I must have hit that hole. There and there. Okay. Now, the only thing I wish I would have done, I wish I would have grouped the hairlines together. Because now what I need to do is move all this. And I can move them in any particular order because I made them the Smart Fill tool, the description of the Smart Fill tool is making a new object. And I'd be really curious for the person that sent me the file if this works. And see, I'm not even taking them out in any particular order because they're going to be in the right order. I feel almost 100%. But I wouldn't have to do this if I would have grouped the red hairlines back together. Now I can delete this. And I can go over here and I can go left click, right click. I actually didn't get my video. And now I'm going to nudge that right back. And I'm going to move my lines back, my engraving lines. Now watch this. I'm going to, okay, the lines are the group. It's going to cut there first. I hit delete. Okay, I'm moving up the hill. It's cutting that one first, that one second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. See how much smoother it's going to cut? Now, and it's already going to be doing the engraving, but watch when it gets to this part. If I can find it on the sheet. Watch it cut that one next. That's what we want. We want it to cut that next before it cuts that. Then I want it to cut these two spots before it cuts that. So we're done. Now, I would strongly suggest grouping this together. Control G. His laser bed is 24 by 18, I think. Okay. If you're gonna cut the whole thing, so I'm gonna hit the plus key and I'm gonna mirror it. I'm actually gonna make it black for right now, just so we can see the difference. And see, you've got a little bit of weight. As a matter of fact, maybe I didn't want to mirror it the other way. Yeah, that would probably be the closest fit. This is why they did it, because then they put the next one all around here, but you could still, and I don't like messing around with that. I want to leave it just like it was in the drawing. So this is the way, you're not saving that much wood. So my suggestion, either cut them one at a time, cut them two at a time. Now that we've got it done, if we go to Object, Group, and Ungroup, and we go to Windows, Dockers, Objects, and look, we're going to go down the very bottom. The 11 items are the engraved part. Okay, it's going to go there. Look at the cut order. And then it went to the other side. It's going to save a lot of time, a A lot of time, but also wear on your laser moving around so much. Now, if you wanted to, you could separate these and do another exact same thing with a cut order. If you wanted to get another full sheet of these, whatever this is, a lot of people knew what this box was. I never had seen it. You could move stuff around and, just make new parts. Just for instance, just start with your Smart Fill tool. Okay, let's do this time though. One thing you could do is do it by hand. There's your first new part. Put it down there. Your second new part. And actually, these are all the same. They're the same. I make them in this order, but you'd want to put them in this order. And I guarantee I could get probably all three of them, 3 boards on this board, if you wanted to do that. And then, always go hit L for the left, put them in a line, make sure they're far enough apart, left click, right click. You'd have to do that with every one of them, but they're still going to be in a cut order. Anyway, I hope that helped just a little bit, and thank you for watching.